Hello, this is RelationShift. I'm glad you could join me today. This is another episode, and I'm glad you could join me. I believe we're going to have a wonderful time together in this brief time. Today we are discussing something very important about relationships, and it's about recognizing new seasons through divine connections or through relationships. Recognizing or coming into new seasons through divine connections. So usually God brings people into new seasons of their lives, usually through other people. God can bring a person from one season into a new season using a human being, another human being. So that is a big deal for that person if you recognize it. If he doesn't recognize that, then that person will come into his life and live his life at that period, not knowing that the person who is supposed to bring him into a new season has come into his life. Usually there will be no big announcements, but the person will come and might silently leave without announcements if we don't pay attention to it. So divine connections are one of God's primary methods for opening doors and shifting directions, shifting seasons in our lives. So if God wants to align you into your destiny, He brings someone into your life. Let's consider 5 things very quickly about this discourse. Number 1, divine connections are markers of new seasons. Divine connections are markers of new seasons. What do I mean? When God is shifting your life, He often introduces or repositions your life for someone to come in. When God wants to do something, He introduces key people into your life. If God wants to shift your life, He brings someone into your space. So this connection may come unexpectedly, but they bring a big shift and purpose. They come to fulfill your purpose for you. They bring you into a big shift in life. Number 2, God uses people to reveal what is next in His plan for our lives. God uses people to announce us into what is next. God uses people to reveal what's next in His agenda for our lives. So sometimes a divine connection will present an opportunity or a challenge to grow. The person comes and is challenging you to grow. It may be a new season that you are coming into. The person may come and then present you an opportunity. That's supposed to be a shift if you maximize that. So their presence can steer a fresh sense of direction or your calling in your life. The person comes and then he reveals or brings you into your next level, your next season. Number 3, new people signals new assignments. New people can signal new assignments, just like Elisha met Elijah, and that brought Elisha into a prophetic calling. But until he met him, the guy was just a businessman until Elijah met him. So new people can bring you into new assignments. Very important. They can bring you into a new role, into a new responsibility. But you must recognize those people when they come. That's what is important here. Then, so you have to pay attention to who enters your life when you sense a shift approaching. That's something that you have to pay attention to. Pay attention to people who come into your life when you are approaching a new shift, a new change, a new level, a new phase of life. God is about to bring you into the new, but the people you come in contact with can draw you into the season that is important and season that is not important. So who comes into your life when God has just promised you a change of season? Who comes into your space? So number 4, some divine connections are temporary but transformative. This person may come into your life and spend a very short time, but their role might just be for a day, a week, a month, a year, and they're out. But then, that short time is important. There is someone in the Bible referred to as the Ethiopian Enoch who met this man called Philip the Evangelist. Their meeting was just divine, and it was for a very short time. The man was reading a portion of the book of Isaiah. Philip was asking him, do you understand what you are reading? He said no. He said, come into the chariot. He came in, explained to him. The guy, after got converted, the guy asked if he wants to be baptized, if he can get him baptized. They stopped at the pool of water. He got baptized. Philip disappeared. That was the end of their relationship. But the man's life has changed forever. He is now a new creature. He's now born again. He's now filled with God's Spirit for a short time. Philip came. The time they were together, I can estimate that to be probably a maximum of 1 hour, 1.5 hours. And that was all that they had. But his life has changed. So someone can come into your life for a short time, but they can bring you into a transformative assignment for your life. So it can be temporary, but transformative. So don't underestimate the power of a short, God-ordained relationship. Short, but God-ordained relationship. Number 5, fruitfulness can confirm divine connection. Fruitfulness can confirm divine. So when you see fruitfulness in a certain area of your life, suddenly, at a season of your life, it might mean that God brought you to that person for a particular reason. That God brought you to that person to be changed, to be transformed. So you come to this person, you align with this person, but it's a short time, but your life has changed. So when you experience favor, you experience acceleration, you experience promotion in a season of your life, it can signal something that God has brought you into that season, into that relationship for such a time like that. That God wants to help you. He brings you into that relationship. Let me give you a bonus before we leave. And the bonus is, you need discernment in that season of your life. When you have divine connections, you need discernment, because not everyone who come into your life is there to bring the change that is necessary. It is there to affect your life. It is there to transform your life. Some people may also come to destroy your life. So you are coming also into a season when you must recognize the kind of connection you are with. So divine connection will bring peace, alignment with God's purpose. It will bring spiritual transformation. So recognizing new seasons requires you to be watchful, to be prayerful, to be open-hearted, because often God sends people are not usually the way that you would expect. They don't look like the person you expect, but then they are the ones. I hope that has blessed you. Until we meet again, have a wonderful time. Thank you.